afternoon, everybody, and welcome to tonight's East Coast Junior Lacrosse League Game of the Week. My name is Brendan Smithson, and I'm going to be your play-by-play person for this evening. Got to live up to the high standard of these commentaries for the play-by-play. Tonight we feature an excellent matchup with the 3-6 Halifax Hurricanes coming to town here in Shearwater to take on the 5-5 Dartmouth Bandits. In net tonight we have two of our starting goalies for the Halifax Hurricanes. Mateo McIsaac, who is 3-4 in this season, and Keegan Horn, who has played every minute for the Dartmouth Bandits this season and is 4-4. This is an exciting matchup between two teams that are fighting for a playoff spot. Right now the Hurricanes are just outside it and Dartmouth is holding on to that last spot, so we're in for a good one tonight. Opening draw taken by the Bandits. Tonight you're going to see a big defensive effort from both teams. It's both strong on the defensive side. Both like to look for the outside shots. So we'll see how we get together. Trainer McCullough starting off with the ball on the offensive side, working down the side, coming back over the top. Opportunity to take a shot, but passed up on it. Great defensive pressure there by the Hurricanes. They're going to cause a turnover and bring it up the floor. Pressure as they're bringing it up. Trainer pops the ball loose. Able to cause a turnover, early on turnover to get that offensive set up again. Our officials tonight are KJ McNeil, Technical Director of Lacrosse Nova Scotia, and Maurice Getz, who's the OIC of the ECJLL Junior A Lacrosse League. Excited to have both these guys in action tonight, and we'll make sure to be a tight one. McCullough with a shot from the outside, off the post. That's going to go out of bounds. Obviously off the post, it's going to stay with the offense, so Dartmouth's going to reset. Trainer, the captain of the Dartmouth Bandits, going to start off with the ball. Got some exciting players here. We got Chris Bungay on the Dartmouth side, 5th in the league in scoring, and number 91 for the Halifax Hurricanes, Jack McCowan, 2nd in the league in scoring. So we're looking for some offensive production from both of them tonight. Hurricanes quickly moving up the floor with an opportunity for a break. Big outside shot, big stop by Horn. Loose ball there, picked up by the Bandits, bringing it back up the floor. Bandits controlling the play here in the early going. First going to set up the offense, taking a few slashes there. Referee giving him a warning on that. First going to go right down the middle, take a shot. Nice stop by Mateo early on. Made 3 nice saves early on. A little bit of holes there in the Halifax defense, but I'm sure they'll tighten up. Ball brought up the floor, setting up on the offensive side. Hurricanes making the spin down low. Looking to start that cycle. Back across the top. McCowan doing his famous face dodge across the front. But big stand by the Dartmouth. Calling the ball was tipped out of bounds off Dartmouth. They're going to stay with Halifax. Number 27 from the Hurricanes taking that one out. That's Gavin Peddle. And across McCowan. McCowan trying to base dodge, draw the double defender. Great read by the defense. McCowan over the top with an outside shot, wide of the net. Rebound picked up by the Dartmouth defense. Trying to clear with some pressure. Great job in clearing that one for the Dartmouth Bandits. That was number 27, Ben Barrera. Ben, one of the leaders on the defensive side of the ball for the Bandits. One of the big transition players. Number 99, Noah having given an opportunity with the ball. Passing across to McCullough, who's on the single side. Outside shot McCullough, another stop by Mateo. Seems to be trying to aim for the leg area. He's been up to the task in his first 5 shots. Excellent start for Mateo. Hurricanes bringing the ball up the floor. Killian for the Hurricanes taking it around, working it across to Thomas. Back across the floor. Number 28, Ben Farrell. Hurricanes got 3 seconds on the shot clock. Going to fire a shot from the outside. Keegan with a big save. Loose ball picked up by the Bandits. They're going to break up the floor. No surprise that the Bandits are a big transition team with Brett Draper as their head coach, always known for that breakout from the defensive zone. Number 99 for the Bandits working it around. Back up to the top to McCullough. Back out to the wing. Wasn't able to scoop it up. Good pressure there by the Hurricanes, trying to force a turnover. Preston, only 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Have to move quickly out to McCullough. Takes a long outside shot wide of the net. It's going to cause a 30-second. And the Hurricanes are going to take over. Looks like McCowan's going to start with the ball. top, trying to get some inside movements. Offense a little slow starting for the Hurricanes, but they'll find their groove. Outside shot there by number 27. Tipped off a Dartmouth defender. Killian picking up the ball across to McCowan. Bungay on him. It's going to be a key matchup for tonight. Make sure they can control McCowan. Nice stop by Horn, and Dartmouth's going to pick it up and take it over the floor across to Barrero. Bungay racing up the floor, but wasn't able to find him. Just going to reset that. Noah to McCullough. McCullough working down the side, waiting for the offense to set up. So they got all 5 guys out there. Trying to work the pick and roll in the 2-man game, not there. Outside, Noah with a shot, going wide. McCullough picking up to make sure it doesn't cross the line. Trying to back into Bungay, but unable to connect. And just as the 30 goes, Halifax will pick up the ball. Up to McCowan. A little miscommunication between the two, and Dartmouth's going to take advantage. Ethan Firth there going to be able to grab that loose ball and bring it back up the floor. Firth passing across to Cluett. Cluett, one of the protections for Dartmouth this year, having an excellent rookie season, doing it on both ends of the floor. I know Dartmouth's very happy with the protection of him and looking at him continue to develop throughout the year. Cluett back out to McCullough. Pressure out on McCullough. McCullough goes through 2 Halifax guys under the shoulder, but unfortunately it wasn't there. Going to run it on the shot clock. Great move. Tried to force it underneath through the screen, but McIsaac saw it all the way and he missed the net on that one, unfortunately. Halifax going to set up again. Got number 88, Ben Eisner. Looking it across the floor. Back down low, shovel across the front. Deflected by the Dartmouth defense. Loose ball here. Going to come back to Halifax. No, reaching in the crease by Eisner. It's going to turn back over to the Bandits. Number 19, Beach, moving it up to Noah Liscampelli. Petrie down low, looking it back over the top to number 11, Owen Cox. Taking a shot straight out of bounds, unfortunately. It's going to turn back over to the Hurricanes. Hurricanes trying to find their way on offense, been a little slow, haven't got too much movement. I'm sure new offensive coordinator Sean Harrison will be talking to them about that and making sure they're getting back in the groove. Back down to outside shot. Ben Eisner picks up in front. Another save by Keegan Horn. Dartmouth bringing it back up the floor. Up to McCullough. As you can see, the offense runs through McCullough. They always set it up through him. McCullough back to Cluett. Cluett coming over the pick. Back down the offense side. As you can see, going east to west. Trying to get McIsaac moving. Pass picked off. McCowan's going to try to track it down. One defender with him. Back behind the net. Firth putting some pressure on him there. Walking into a triple team, but pulls it out. Back across the other side. Nice defense there by the Bandits, able to make him reset. Cowan from the big outside shot. Nice save by Warren. Warren clearing the end. Number 19 Beach. Loose ball, unable to grab it. Close to that line. Good pressure by the Hurricanes, doubling the ball as they're changing, causing a turnover. And Halifax going to get a reset there and get to move back up the floor quickly. A little bit of miscues. We have quite a few guys out of the lineup tonight. I'm sure that's affecting the chemistry on both sides of them, but they'll find their way as we continue along. Killian on the outside with a big shot, blocked by the Dartmouth defense. Dartmouth known for their big block shots. Pressuring down, that's back over. Gavin Peddle trying to be able to save it, wasn't able to. Dartmouth put some pressure, so we got a back over. Dartmouth ball. The 13, Ryland Firth. Back down inside to Ben Barrero. Nice save by McIsaac, right in tight. McIsaac using those big shoulders, bringing them up, make sure there was nothing upstairs. Barrero trying to make a big hit, causing the ball to go loose. Is calling back over on that. It was a close one. No one touched it, so it's going back to the Bandits. Number 11, Owen Cox, starting with the ball. Move it across to McCullough. Back down to the wing. Coming over the top, over the pick. Into McCullough, wide open. Unable to make that move. Defense slid right over to him. Excellent job by the Hurricanes defense. And McIsaac was up to the task. Halifax bringing the ball up the floor. Killian Holloway on the right side, right in front to 27. That's Petal. Petal down in the corner. Moving across to McCowan. McCowan taking the big shot from the outside. Trying to get the defenders to bite, but they've been standing tall on him. Great job by the Dartmouth defense. Another pickup and moving it back up the floor. Number 19, Beach, bringing it up the floor for the Bandits. Giving it off to 6, Ethan Firth. Back across to Noah. Noah coming across over the top to number 11, Owen Cox. Outside shot wide. He's going to fall out of bounds. Nope, tipped by the Hurricane player. Called by Maurice Getz in the back as the trail referee there. Going back down into the corner on the left side. Bandits have the ball. Move it across the floor east to west. Clue at the top. Back out to the top. Outside shot. Big shot there right off the post and out of bounds. Great pop out there. You see the offensive player pop out, giving that room for that outside shot. McCullough's going to start with it. Across to Cluett. Cluett back to McCullough. McCullough trying to find someone open. A lot of movement on the inside, but unable to get free. The Hurricanes defense have been up to the task. Get a loose ball. Both sides in there, 2 men in there. Dartmouth's able to pick it up. Still got 13 seconds on the shot clock. Number 11, Owen Cox with the big loose ball there. Someone wide open in front, but I'm able to get it through the defenders. And Halifax is going to transition back up the floor. Number 88, Ben Eisner with the ball. Passed it across to Killian Holloway. Big outside shot, Horn with a big stop. Loose ball in the corner, good battle here. Dartmouth able to pick it up, some pressure from the Hurricanes, but able to use the net to be able to find that space. As you saw there, it's a big slash from number 10. It's Thomas Degen from the Hurricanes. You see the bench calling for it, and Maurice Getz puts his hand up right away. So Bandits have pulled their goalie, going to bring out 6, as they're going to go to a power play after this. Moving around the outside, just waiting to set up. 7 seconds, got to move a little quicker. Good pressure by the Hurricanes. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Not going to be able to get it off. Little scuffle in the corner there. But nothing coming of that. Number 10, Thomas Degen, is taking 2 minutes for slashing. Maurice did call that, but I'll say so did the whole Dartmouth bench. And we're below the 10-minute mark, so we'll have our media timeout. So new in the ECJLL this year, due to water breaks and all those pieces, we've added a timeout, which we're calling a media timeout, at the first whistle after 10-minute mark of each period. This gives an opportunity for the goalies to get some water, the coaches to drop whatever. You'll see something similar in the NLL. The only difference is we don't have a commercial, so we're still here talking while the NLL would be going to their commercial right now, and I'm sure they're going to share some of their sponsors here in a minute. Said we're it's still in the first here, halfway through. Shots are 7-7. The Bandits are going to be going to the power play, so usually McCullough leads that off. Definitely one of the most dangerous people in the ECJLL right now on the power play has got to be Chris Bungay on that cross crease pass. He has the best one-timer in the league, and if you leave him wide open, he can hit that from almost anywhere. A lot of the teams are guarding him almost one-on-one low, but I know the Bandits are going to be looking for that as well. We come out of our media timeout. Everybody's re-energized, ready to go. We're going to start 5-on-4 for the Bandits. McCullough back into the left side, back to the top. Over to the left side. I believe that's Cluett. Back into McCullough, right in the middle. Great opportunity, tipped off the goalie. Nice save by McIsaac. Bungay to Cluett, to McCullough. To the left side, back to McCullough. Cluett. McCullough coming in, popping out. Big out, looking for Bungay on the crease, unable to get it to him. Great opportunity there. McCullough went right through the middle and faked back out over the top. Back across to Cluett. Cluett with the big outside shot. They stopped by McIsaac. The corner is first, picks that up. McCullough top, unable to connect on that. Trying to stop it from going back over. Big save, but the 30-second clock came up. Some great movement there by the Bandits, but unable to connect on a shot, which caused the 30-second clock. Cowan's going to bring it up. One of the best penalty killers in the league in terms of ragging the ball. Is really great at being able to keep it in the stick. Almost with 4 people on him, and you can see him turn. They're waiting for the double now, so the opportunity with the extra man out there is to double the ball. Trying to push it around. Ball comes loose out of McCowan. 2 Bandits still on him. Trying to find that ball. Unfortunately, they didn't let him go, so they call him minor interference. It's going to be McCowan. For anybody who's watching on the screen, Coach Draper did not like that at all. McCowan's asking for a reset. He's going to hold it again. They're going to double him. Starting to get those slash-ins. Got to make sure you keep it on the stick so you don't get a penalty. 2 guys continues to cradle it. Rolls inside. Now is an opportunity. Takes a shot on Horn. Makes a big save there. Back out to the other side. Back out to the top. Hurricanes going to try to continue to kill the clock. It's number 27. 27 is Petal. Following up on McCowan's drag. He's done the same. Killed half the shot clock. Dartmouth just seems content to allow them to rag it. They're not doubling the ball at this point. Petal's just going to throw it in the corners. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. But able to get an outside shot. Dartmouth's able to pick up the loose ball and go from there. We are back to 5-on-5, even. Halifax up to the test on the first penalty that had to be killed of the night, so the Bandits will go 0 for 1 on their first opportunity. They continue to get the offensive move. Trainer to the wing, nice pick, rolls inside. Beautiful feed there from number 20, Noah Gibson. McCullough unable to grab it, taking the outside shot wide. 3 seconds left of the shot clock. It's going to go back over. You can see both sides changing. 5 fresh defense, 5 fresh offense, as the Hurricanes are going to take the ball low. Looks like McCowan's going to go pick it up. With 7 minutes to go in the first period, we're still tied at 0 here in this game of the week. A huge one as playoff implications come closer as the season gets as less than 5 games left. Out on the outside, spin move by the Hurricane, moving it across the floor. Number 77, Killian Holloway. Outside top for McCowan, big stop by Horn. Loose ball in the corner, good battle. Bandits are able to come up with it, that's Firth. First going to try to clear it himself. Holloway's going to have some pressure. Be able to pull out. Looking to find an offensive player to get rid of the ball. And he does in Noah Petrie. Noah's going to wait for the final change. As his 5th offensive player comes on the floor. Starting to get some movement on the left side, looking for someone. Straight across the top, I believe that's Gibson. Gibson looking inside for Firth, unable to do it. Huge, that's a one-timer there on the outside. Gibson from the outside made a pass across. I'm not exactly sure who got that one, but a beautiful one-timer. I'm going to call this the Chris Bungay style. Gibson trying to move, you see the pick coming up, using the pick. Firth rolls in, defender takes him out, could have been close to a cross-check on the back. Right on the crease there, one-timer, absolutely beautiful for the Bandits to be able to take that 1-0 lead. That was number 11, Owen Cox, from Noah Gibson on the outside. Just snuck behind the outside of the defenders, right on the crease, and a beautiful one-timer. There we go, it's 6-12, it's 1-0 for the Bandits. Cox from Gibson to the first one of the game, and Bungay will win the faceoff for the Bandits, and they'll look to make it 2. Just at the line, unable to keep it in. Dartmouth number 25, it looks like. I don't actually have 25 on the sheet. So I'll have to get that corrected as we move forward. We're giving the ball back to the Hurricanes. Eisner with the ball at the top. Looking for some support. Passing it down to Petal. Petal looking around in the middle of the floor, moving to a strong side. Takes an outside shot off the backboards into the back of the net. Bandits are going to pick up the loose balls. And it's early going. Both teams have done a good job of making sure there's not second chance opportunities. Each shot they picked up the loose ball, and that's important as you're trying to play strong defense out there. 2 defensive teams battling it out. No surprise that it's only 1-0, 6 minutes left in the first period. McCullough at the top. Down to Petrie. Petrie in the middle. Cox is there but unable to connect. Loose ball in the corner for the Hurricanes. They're going to bring it back up the floor. Taking their time for those first time watching. Teams do have 10 seconds to get over the center line, and once you've come over, you can't go back. So you'll see that call being back over. We've got number 10 with the ball for the Hurricanes. That's Thomas again. Across to McCowan with the face dodge and the shot around the defender. Back to Thomas. Thomas to McCowan. McCowan with the face dodge, spinning in. Great work by the defender. Yields in. Loose ball by the Hurricanes, getting an inside shot. Nice save by Horn there. Loose ball in front. The Bandits pick it up. Beautiful loose ball, scattered play picked up, rolled on the inside. Excellent try by the excellent chance by the Hurricanes. But Horn was up to the task. Petrie with the ball on the right side. Moving it across to Gibson. Gibson getting some pressure on him. Back to the outside. Owen Cox with an outside shot. Mateo up to the task on that one, and the Hurricanes are going to clear the ball again. If you can get out there and make one stop and clear the ball, the goalie will love that all day. That's a strong move by the defense. The coaching staff will be ecstatically happy about that. 27, Petal with the ball. Moving it down the right side. Trying to cut through the middle, not there. Defense holding strong. Outside shot by McCowan, big save. Loose ball in the middle. Got some minor interference on Petal as the Bandits get a little aggressive on the inside without the ball and giving the ball back to the Hurricanes. See, the Bandits are willing to give up the outside shot with Horn out there, but nothing inside. Great job, nice pick and roll there. McCowan had an opportunity to dish it in, but the Bandits were equal to the task. You see off ball, it's getting a little aggressive here. They want to make sure that everybody knows they're around. Trying to clear in 10 seconds, 25 for the Bandits. Throwing it up, Bungay down low. Be able to reset. Still got 20 seconds on the shot clock, waiting for the offense to get back out there. Bungay moving it down to McCullough. McCullough looking across again to Barrero. Barrero getting some pressure out high. Being able to spin inside. Bad angle shot, but able to get it off. Easy to save for McIsaac there, and the Hurricanes bring it up the floor. Opportunity. The Hurricanes haven't done too much pressing on the fast break, just waiting to set up in 5. Dartmouth does have a short bench tonight, so it might be something to watch as we get later on. The ability to have the depth on the bench. Passed across McCowan. McCowan making the inside move. Horn with another big save. That's his 14th of the night. Hurricanes unable to pick that up. Bennett's going to have an opportunity coming in. Passing it back out to the top. That's Cluett. Number 21, I believe that's Isaac Fry out there. This is his second game back with the Bandits after coming back from prep school out west. I know the Bandits are ecstatic to have him back. Big save on the inside by McIsaac. Fry did play a game earlier today for Team Nova Scotia in the Lobster Trap Tournament. So he tied 6-6 to New Brunswick. I know for how much he's been playing, I'm sure playing 2 games in one day won't affect him at all, but I'm sure Coach Draper will watch his time on the floor. First with the ball inside. Bringing around to the top. Cullen setting the pick. First coming over the top with a big shot. Blocked by the defender. Out of bounds, going to stay with the Bandits. Defense on both sides have been strong. Sticks are always in the face on the outside shot, not allowing those rolls. Physical game out here. McCullough coming across the top, not able to find anybody. Over to Cluett, back to McCullough. McCullough with an outside shot. McIsaac with a save. And both sides will make the change. McIsaac trying to make the pass. Easy pass out to his transition player. There is a stick there on the floor. Must be a broken one. Petal with the ball down the side. Waiting for his team to make the change as they move into their 5 set. Back across, big outside shot, wide of the net. That was tipped off a Dartmouth defender. A lot of sticks in the lanes by both sides. Causing a lot of tip balls. Tipped out of bounds. It's the last one to touch it. So it's going to go back to the Hurricanes. Kane setting up McCowan. Going to make that inside move. Outside shot not there. Petal. Great opportunity inside, but unable to connect with the ball. Bandits trying to clear, put some pressure on. It's up by number 13. That's Ryland Firth, able to make the clear. The loose ball pickup, that was an important one. Loose ball coming back in, Hurricanes able to pick it up. See the team yelling for back in. Player cannot take the ball back in the crease, or it would be a back in, which would be a change of possession. But obviously with official Maurice right there, was able to see that he didn't step back into the crease. We've got 40 seconds to go in the first period. McCowan with the ball at the top, nice pick. Outside shot is wide. It's going to go back over and going to go back to the Bandits. They're going to have 30 seconds, 25 seconds left on their last offensive possession here. That was even first stick that was on the ground. He just ran out to pick it up for the last possession here. McCullough with the ball. Passing across to Owen Cox. Sorry, that was Cluett with the big outside shot. Back to McCullough. 14 seconds remaining. McCullough coming over the top of the pick by Firth. Inside move, roll. Unable to complete that. Petrie with that, taking a bit of a shot to the head, but his head was down. Bender's trying to pick it up, just trying to kill the clock. Bandits will pick it up, and that will end the first period. A defensive battle we have here with the score 1-0 for the Bandits at the end of the first. Shots are 13-12 for the Bandits, for the Hurricanes. Both goalies have been up to the task tonight. I know both coaches will go in the room, give a good pat to the defensive side and say the offensive side, we need some more opportunities. So, Game of the Week is brought to you by Sportwheels in Lower Sackville. Looking for any of your lacrosse needs, bike needs, hockey needs, or any sporting needs, Sportwheel is the place to go. We're going to have a short little break here, and we'll come back with a player interview. Looking forward to that. A good first period, and looking forward to a great second. Can you hear me?
No.
No?
No.
You gotta take it off? You have to take it off to hear me.
I got it.
You want to switch sides?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
oh, my bad.
it's all
Stepping
good.
on you.
Get this all worked out here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be painful. Man. All right. I'm here in the first intermission with Ethan Firth. You guys come out of the first with a 1-0 lead. How are you feeling about the first period?
Yeah, I thought it went well. I thought we kept the pace up for the whole thing. I felt we could use a few more chances on net, and I don't know. I like the shots we're getting though, and I think if we just keep on the same path as we are, I think we'll be in a good spot.
You've been going east to west a lot with Mateo. Were you guys seeing anything with that, trying to get the ball going east to west across?
Yeah.
First goal was a beautiful pass from across from the other side.
Yeah.
And Coxie was right on the crease there for one time. And I thought it was Bungay at first, that's usually his move.
Yeah.
Want to talk a little bit about that one?
Yeah, they got a good goalie over there. Yeah, he seems to be a little bit slow east to west. So yeah, we're definitely trying to use that to our advantage as best as we can. I think we just got to keep testing them out, see what works, and yeah, I think I like our game right now.
Perfect. And what do you think Coach Draper saying in the room right now, the boys?
I think he's saying keep it up, keep the intensity up. We're all over these guys, and 40 more minutes.
All right. So in the room, I've always wanted to ask this: is he like a super intense coach, or is he super calm? You know, coming from the NLL, I've always wondered what his style is in that dressing room.
Draper, yeah, he can definitely get intense, but he definitely likes to keep a level head in the room. He likes to keep everybody's heads kind of level, not too high, not too low kind of guy. So yeah, he's really good that way for keeping everybody's heads on the same page.
Awesome. Well, Ethan, I want to wish you luck in the second period.
Thank you.
You guys have a great one.
Yeah,
good luck.
Great to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. ECJLL Game of the Week, brought to you by Sackville Sportswheels. For all your lacrosse needs and others, Sackville Sportswheels in Lower Sackville is the place to go. The Halifax Hurricanes are just entering the floor, getting ready for the second period. Chris Bungay having a conversation with the officials, as he always does, to make sure that next call goes his way. Don't tell him I said that. Always looking for any advantage for all the teams here. So great opportunity. Bungay is a great social player on the floor and loves to talk to all the players out there. So after the first period, it's 1-0. Shots are 13-12 for the Halifax Hurricanes. Keegan Horn has been up to the task on all of them, and Mateo up to the task on all but one. But it's been a great defensive battle in the first period. I know both coaches went off. I just saw Coach Harrison come on the floor, and I'm sure he had a great conversation with his offense about trying to get more chances there on Horn to be able to break this 0 that's up on the board. And here we go with the second period. It's coming underway. Loose ball opened up. McCowan, one of the top face-off men in the league, against Bungay, so it's a pretty even battle between the two of them. Two of the best on the draws, and the Hurricanes come away with this one. McCowan with the ball on the top. Number 28. Forwell, outside shot by Eisner. Forwell back to McCowan. McCowan coming in for the big rip. Big stop by Horn in front. Loose ball. McCowan able to get it back. Takes a second shot. Another stop by Horn. And able to keep it in the crease that the Bandits will try to clear. Bandits bringing up the floor across center. Working it down low so they can get a change. Cut to the net. Trying to look for that opportunity. It was number 21. That was Isaac Fry trying to catch the defense sleeping there. Great opportunity off the post, but unable to be able to finish on that one. Hurricanes are going to take it back up the floor. That's number 80, Rathwell, making the first move on the outside. Bounce right in the middle. I don't think it was expected to be there. Takes a shot. Big save by Horn there. He made the move to find the space and saw a big hole. It came right down the middle. Great job by Rathwell on that one. Out to McCowan with the big shot from the outside, just wide. It's going to tip off a Dartmouth player, so they're not calling back over. It's going to give Halifax the opportunity to reset. Cowan picks up the loose ball. Outside shot, 6 seconds on the shot clock, had to force that one. Nice loose ball inside by number 9, Eddie Gallant. A big rookie this year for the Hurricanes, picked in the second round. Loose ball in the corner, both sides battling for it, and the Hurricanes battle, come up with it. Great battle there by number 9, Eddie Gallant. Worked it to the side of McCowan. Outside shot, Horn up to the task again. Another loose ball recovered by McCowan. They're going to get a third chance opportunity. Pass across the way to Holloway. Ball bouncing loose. Bandits able to pick it up. Going to try to clear it here. Guerrero moving it up the floor. Firth with a shot, unable to finish there. Kind of ran into McIsaac as he made a last second move and wasn't able to find it. Ball's wide. That's even Firth. We just had a nice interview with. Great conversation. Halifax bringing the ball back up. Peddle with a big shot from the outside, left him wide open. Fortunately, he's missed the net. It's going to fall all the way back the other end. Back over, going back to the Bandits. Defense fell asleep on that one a little bit, allowing Peddle to get that wide outside shot. Just ain't able to connect. He was looking for that top corner on Horn. McCullough with the ball. Passing it down low. Looking for some movement on the far side. Coming over, back over the top, back to McCullough. Gibson pushing in on the pick and roll. Unable to connect there between the two of them. McIsaac picking it up. Great opportunity there in the pick and roll, just unable to connect there. Sorry, that was Fry. Fry in his second game, working really well with McCullough. I'm sure they're very happy to have him and Trainer on the left side. Bungay back out top. Number 11. Back across to Fry. Fry coming over the top. Find that shot, not quite there. McIsaac with a big save. Great opportunity by the Bandits going east to west, but unable to find that. Halifax bringing it back up the floor. That's Colvin Heston, who's just back from Ontario. Was playing there most of the year and then able to come back and join the Hurricanes. This is, I believe, his second game back in the lineup. Hurricanes are happy to have him back. Big outside shot by number 28, Forwell. Horn up to the task again, getting his own loose ball, gives a second chance opportunity. shot clock went off, but it was supposed to be reset, so we're going to keep going. Good call by the officials on that one. McCowan streaking down the outside. Big shot. Horn with another save. And the Bandits defense picks up the loose ball. Try to clear that in the far way. Unable. Getting knocked out of his stick there. That was Beach. Trying to find that loose ball and be able to make it work. Loose ball in the corner now. Bandits are picking up, but they're calling interference, going back to the Hurricanes. Number 9, Eddie Gallant, going to start with the ball in the corner. Waiting for his offense to come on the floor. Get back out to the top side. Move it all the way across from Eisner with a big shot from the outside and beats Horn for the first time tonight. Huge shot from the outside. Again, a second chance opportunity. This all started with the minor interference in the corner. Eddie Gallant taking the ball up to the top, right across from Eisner. Started with what looked like a sidearm, which I think dropped Horn down. Came over the top and beat him over the top shoulder there. So we're now tied up at 1. That'll be Eisner from Gallant at 15:35, tying the score at 1. We expected a big defensive battle, but both teams finding some holes within the goalie. Great job by both sides here. We're back to a face-off with McCowan and Bungay. McCowan winning it to himself, having an opportunity for a break, pass it on the inside. Oh, big stop by Horn there right after that. Unfortunately, the defender passed it back into Horn, so that's going to be a back-in call. Going to go back to the Hurricanes. That was a huge save by Horn after just a goal. McCowan winning the draw, passing it to the inside. That could have been a 2-goal run in about 10 seconds. That stops the momentum. Huge save right there. McCowan on the top. Taking off the pick, taking an outside shot. Horn with another save. Lost in his pads, but he's able to bring it out. Passing all the way up to number 15 for the Bandits. Unable to connect. Slipped on the floor a little bit there in the corner. Bounced off the back, and they're saying Halifax touched it last. So Austin Gallant is going to be able to grab that. Right inside there, number 21. That's Fry. Starting to become a big impact here in the second. Moved it around, unfortunately stepped in the crease before the shot was able to get off. Fry, great opportunity there. Seemed a little nervous in the first, but he's definitely opened up the game here and starting to take over a little bit, which I know the Bandits are looking for from him. Halifax bringing the ball back up the floor. It's Forwell. Passing across to Eisner. Eisner with another bigger shot. Trying to get the same thing he got last time, but it wasn't there. That ball bounced out of bounds, and so it's going to go back to the Halifax Hurricanes. Number 25, Van Heusen with the ball, passing it across to Gallant. There's a pick right there. Dartmouth's going to say that was a moving pick. Well, we got some movement in the inside. Two guys messing it up. It's Eisner. Can't quite see the Dartmouth person. Looks like number 19 there. That's Beach. Eisner and Beach having some words in the middle, away from the ball. The officials are going to, looks like they're going to take both. Yep, they are. They're going to take Beach from the Bandits, and they're going to take Eisner from the Halifax Hurricanes, both messing up in front. Both are going to get, looks like 2 minutes for roughing from Maurice. Away from the play right in front. With a defensive type battle like this, you're going to have those moments where people are going to get heated there. Just 2 minutes for each side. Playing 4-on-4. So in lacrosse, we don't cancel the penalties, and the sides will play 4-on-4, which means when the 2 minutes is up, both of them will come out. Coming over the top with a big outside shot, unable to connect. It's going to go all the way down and be back over from the Hurricanes. Hurricanes are complaining that the Bandits touched it, but not seen by the officials if they did. Now the Bandits are going to hurry to try to be able to get possession quickly. Barrero with the ball in the corner. Patson to Pelly. Across to Fry. Fry to McCullough. McCullough trying to find that open shot. Defense pretty strong in front of him. Still there right on the stick side. Excellent job by the defense. Moving inside, just flicking it back in front to Fry. Nice save by McIsaac. Fry alone again. Fry alone in front again. And McIsaac up to the task 2 times in a row. Fry had 2 point-blank shots, and McIsaac was up to the task. As Ethan first said in our first intermission, he's a great goalie and showing it again. That's his 15th save of the night. Big outside shot by McCowan. Nice save. Bungay picks it up. It's going to look for the fast break. Two of them going together. Bungay on his wrong side takes an outside shot. Picked up by McCowan, but picked up before he was in the crease. They're going to call back in, and the ball is going to go back to red. Dartmouth taking too long to change. The referee's going to blow it in. We do the quick restarts here. You don't have to wait for the person to be in place. Both players went off to change instead of going for the ball. So referee blew it in, and the Hurricanes picked it up. Outside shot by McCowan, and Horn with a big movement up top. Calling minor interference there on Barrero. McCowan's going to get the ball back again in the corner. Got Forwell with him. Pass it across to Holloway. Holloway with the big shot. Sorry, that was Thomas Deegan. Deegan with the ball on the outside. Try to make the inside move. Defense up to the task. Back out to McCowan. Ball tipped as it made a pass across. Right back in front to Beach. Beach is going to clear the ball up to Barrero. Barrero's going to try to take the chance on his wrong side. Big shot by Barrero and big save by Mateo. Mateo with an excellent spot. Both guys are out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5. As you can see, with 4 guys on the floor, there's a lot more opportunities for everyone. McCullough coming down, passing all the way across. Mateo on the outside, but big right off the crossbar, out of bounds, going to go back to the Bandits. I think that was Pelly there. Had an opportunity to be able to bury it, but unfortunately the bar held out of his way. As you can see, both of them pushing inside there. Referee walking a little closer to see what's going on. Out back over the top. Back across to Firth. Firth trying to work his way in, zigging and zagging. Try to get across to McCullough, but Eisner picks it off. He's going to have a break. McCullough's going to stay with them. Stick on stick, able to make an awkward shot, but it was wide of the net. It's going to go back to the Bandits. McCullough playing both ways. Always been a great two-way player, causing that interruption on the shot, so it caused a bad shot and back to the Bandits. Fry with the ball. McCullough cutting off the top guy. Coming in late, that's Firth. Firth unable to control the ball, loose in the corner. Big battle for it, and Fry comes up with it again. Fry trying to find his way in. We got 3 guys on him, moving his way out. Great opportunity in front, but wide of the net. As you can see, there's a lot of attacking from Fry from the mid boards. Getting an opportunity to go straight across, harder for the defenders to push it out. Halifax bringing it up to Cowan. Across to Holloway. Oh, sorry, that was Petal. Petal trying to get the shot off. Nice save. Gallant picked up a loose ball and an opportunity there, but wide of the net, bounced just over top. It's going to go back to the Bandits. Bungay is going to bring this up. Trying to find some space on the outside. Defense has been up to the task all night. That's Pelly. McCullough. And moves his way over the top. Nice pick. Great upshot shot by Cluett. Unable to get it there. Ball's bouncing around. Ball is loose, and McIsaac was unable to grab it. One of the Bandits grabbed it. Not sure who that is, but loose ball right in front. McIsaac was trying to get it with a stick. It popped out. And able to find it right in front. Coming over the top of the big outside shot was Cluett. As you can see, the ball is bouncing around inside. McIsaac goes to cover it, and it tips off the stick right in front to Owen Cox, who's able to bury it for his second of the night. McIsaac tried to put his stick right over top of the ball inside the crease, and it seemed to hit the plastic, bounce back out, and as Owen Cox cracked the net, gave the opportunity to bury that for them. So the Bandits take a 2-1 lead on a great opportunity by Cox there. Right place, right time, make sure you're crashing the net, gets that opportunity and buries it. Looks like a shot to the head here, and call going to the Bandits. Pulling the goalie as McIsaac comes out of the net, and the Hurricanes are going to have 6-on-5 here on the delayed penalty. Move it around to McCowan. Back down to the side to Eisner. Big shot, wide. Still loose. Junior, you have to have possession of the ball before they're going to blow it down, so McCowan's going to take an outside shot wide again. Picked up by Beach, and that will blow it down. 2 for the high stick on Bungay. It was on the face-off. As they were doing the draw, tried to probably grab that out of the air and caught Cowan in the head. Seen by Maurice. Caused a situation where the Bandits are going to go down again. Currently The Hurricanes are, I believe, 0 for 1 on the power play. So they're going to be their second opportunity to be able to bury one. With Bungay in the box. Cowan on the top. Looks like you got Pelly. So you got Petal. And Gallant on the top. Gallant passing it down low. Back to McCowan. Back to Gallant. Back down to the crease. Across the crease. Back to McCowan. McCowan with the shot. Nice save. Out to Gallant. Takes the second shot. Ball bouncing near center. McCowan's going to get it. They've got a reset. 23 seconds. We'll set this back up again. Some nice movement there. Good opportunities. Big outside shot. Gavin Petal finishes that one off from McCowan. After a good sequence of good outside shots, able to find the hole. See McCowan has the ball. Top crease guy comes a little bit closer to take McCowan. Probably didn't need to do that. Opens up the shooter and Petal. Gets a wide open shot and able to beat Horn on the non-stick side, glove sides. Finding that hole on the side of the net. Excellent shot. And that is just below the 10-minute mark. We're at 9:27. So this is our media timeout that we got right now. Teams are going to have a little chat about it. So that's it's now 2-2. The shots are Halifax has 30 shots. Bandits have 29 at the halfway point of the game. 2 goals by Owen Cox for the Bandits. Petal just tied it up for the Hurricanes, and Eisner has the other one. Some great opportunities by both sides. Been a very big, tight defensive battle, and a great face-off battle between Cowan and Bungay. Has been a great battle for possession, especially in defensive game, as the teams both come back out. This is a big one for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes currently sitting at 6 points in the standings in 5th place, 4 points out of a playoff spot, which the Bandits are holding at 10 points. Really need to take 2 points here and not go 6 points away from the Bandits in the race for the playoffs. The Rebels are also sitting at 10 points. They are nowhere near out of this, but it would be, I'm sure the Hurricanes would like to come out of here with 2 points and be 2 points closer to a playoff spot than being 6 points down. So this weekend, the Rebels are traveling to St. John to take on the Rapids. So we'll see where they finish up with their 2 games against the Rapids. Rapids are sitting in 2nd place right now of the ECJLL standings. The Rebels have had great success against the Rapids, so we'll see how tonight goes. I know they'll be missing some players on the road trip this week, especially with prom and everything else going on, but they'll be bringing their best in those games. Ethan coming over the top. Change was a little early on that, so turning back over the Hurricanes. You see changing a little too early, cheating outside the door. Maurice caught that and turned it back the other way. Number 28, Forthwell bringing the ball up, passing it across. Cowan with the ball, outside shot, unable to bounce it over. That's over and back, no touch on the goalie. And give the opportunity for the Bandits to pick it up, which they do. Wave off the over and back, but get a reset. I believe that's Firth in the corner. Passing it off to Petrie. Petrie working it down low. I think that's Cox. Cox looking for McCullough. McCullough over the top, nice feed. Good stop by the defense to be able to hold on. Petrie had a chance there, but right on his back, so he wasn't able to take that shot. McCullough trying to feed that across, but unable to do that. Bouncing out of bounds, but off a Hurricane defender. It's going to go back to the Bandits with a reset. Beautifully working out for them in terms of that. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They'll take a reset. Back over the top to Firth. Firth with the big shot that was blocked. Gets his own rebound. Back across the other side to Petrie with a big shot and a goal. Wow, what a big outside shot there by Noah Petrie. Saw on this side, Firth had the opportunity, was blocked, came around, reversed the field going east to west. Had a big shot from the opportunity and a quick shot by Petrie to make sure that the goalie didn't get reset. Coming over the top, as you'll see on the replay here. Petrie on the outside, winded up with a big shot, being able to beat the goalie on the stick side. I think McIsaac thought he was going to the other side, but being on the short side, huge goal and put the Bandits up 3-2 in this game with 8 minutes to go in the second period. Long way to go. But in this defensive battle, every goal matters in this one. Back to the face-off dot where we got Bungay and McCowan. Great battle there at that face-off dot. Picked up by the Hurricanes. Coming in all alone, get the shot. Horn with the big save. Loose ball there. Picked up, still a battle, bumping and grinding in the corner there. And the Hurricanes are going to come up with a reset. Slow it down a little bit so they can find their guys. Get the offense on the floor. Outside shot. Big stop, and the Bandits are going to pick it up. Recovered by Horn. That was 4-0 with the outside shot. A little bit early, I'd say, as you're getting your offense on the floor. I'd rather wait to see all 5 of them out there. But he thought he saw a hole and went for it. Oh, big pick off. Oh, there's a picked off by Eisner. There's an unsportsmanlike called on the, looks like on the Hurricanes. Maurice had his arm up there. Calling him unsportsmanlike on the bench, I believe, for the Hurricanes. It's going to be a power play to that. There is nobody in the box right now. They need someone to get in the box who is on the bench. Coaches debating, having a discussion with official McNeil about it, saying that that's not what happened. Either way, the call is made. 2 minutes bench minor against the Hurricanes. And now there's questions on the other side. Both coaches want to talk about it. Neil's giving an explanation to both sides. 2 minutes man is in the box. 7:21. The Bandits are going to the power play, up 3-2. An opportunity to extend it to 2. Fry to the outside. Back to Fry. Down low to Bungay, looking for that one-timer. Not quite there. Unable to connect, bounces out of bounds. Go back to the Hurricanes. Opportunity to clear. McCullough with the pressure. Force that 10 seconds. McCown with the ball. He's going to have the double. He's got Fry and McCullough on him. Going in deep. Oh, a big stick swing causing the ball to come loose. McCullough's got a break here. Defender on him, one without a stick. Passing all the way across to Bungay. Bungay's just going to reset. Got a power play. Great decision. Got all 5 on the floor and set it up. Passing across to McCullough. Came back out. Oh, right to Bungay. Unable to finish that. Kaisick right there with a big save. That was the follow the bouncing ball, which ended up at the Bandit stick. Unable to finish that. Hurricanes going to bring it over. Looks like Eisner. Eisner going to pass it down low. Going to try to kill as much time as they can on the power play. Coming over the top, having an opportunity. Not quite there. Back to Eisner with the big outside shot. Warren with a big save. Wide of the net, it looks like, sorry. Loose ball for the battle. Picked up by the Bandits. They're going to keep going, even though it's their whistle. Oh, nice pressure by the Hurricanes. Ball's loose at center. Bandits trying to pick it up. Good pressure. Got a loose ball battle here. Oh, that's off. The Hurricanes going to go with the Bandits. Loose ball, unable to pick it up. A couple guys messing with each other. And you got a 3-2 game. Everybody's going to get a little heated because every little inch counts in this one. Shout out to Mitch Hannigan, and every little inch counts of any given Sunday. Always likes to bring that up when he's coaching. Fry across the top. Back to Fry. Back down low to Firth. Firth trying to get to Bungay, picked off. Definitely looking for that cross crease to Bungay, but unable to connect yet. Hurricanes picked up a pressure. Now he's got it back in the corner. Bungay picks it up. It's going to give an opportunity to reset with about 8 seconds. They're going to have to hurry on the power play. Fry on the top. Coming to the late trailer. Big shot by Cluett. That's off the bar, so there's no back over. And both teams are even as you can see the Halifax player jump out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. Fry passing it up to Cluett. Clue back to Fry. Fry looking for the face dodge, coming across, good pressure by the Hurricanes. Got his arm up there, calling a high stick on that one. Fry's coming right back at him, not going to take that. And now he's got them both. We started off with a high stick in the corner, called on Halifax. I don't know if he's taken Fry as well or not. He is. We got number 13 from Halifax, Will Armstrong, getting high on Fry. Fry not happy about that, getting back and giving him a few shots. From that, they called both, so both sides are getting 2. We're going to play 4-on-4. The ball is going to stay with Dartmouth. Obviously, in this situation, because it was both before the whistle, it's whoever had possession. The Bandits were in possession, so they will continue with the ball. That's why they've got that in this 4-on-4. Even though Fry was the last penalty, If the penalty was after the whistle and then the penalty happened, would have gone the other way, but because both were before, in this situation, whoever has the ball will retain it. Petrie with that opportunity up to Bungay, across to McCullough. McCullough looking for that shot, spinning around. Defender up to the task, right out to Bungay. He's going to come over the top, big shot, just missing wide. And it's tipped off one of the defenders, so it's going to stay with the Bandits. 1:34 to go on the 4-on-4 situation. As you can see, a lot more room on that floor. McCullough looking for that pass. Sneaking it down low there. Oh, big move over the top. Tried that one earlier and hit the bar, but this time buried it. Right over the top, forcing Mateo to go up, finding that hole underneath him. Great job there. I think that was Petrie again. McCullough on the top. You can see the break from Petrie down low. McCullough feeding him, can find somebody anywhere right over the top of Mateo. Finding that far post. Beautiful goal. Checking to make sure the referee didn't call a crease. Not even close. Beautiful goal to put the Bandits up 4-2 in the second period with just under 4 minutes to go in the second period. What a goal. McCullough, there is nobody in this league who has better vision than that man right there. And was just waiting for the right side to make that move. Petrie did and absolutely buried it. Beautiful goal by the Bandits. Hurricanes now back to, we're still 4-on-4 with a minute to go in that. So the Hurricanes are going to look for their opportunity to get back. Loose ball, unable to grab it. Pressure, McCowan has it. Find that open man, find some space. Passing off to number 28, Forwell. Looking for Van Heusen low. Hughes at the pick, roll. Forwell with the outside shot, nice save. Eisner. Back up to Petal. Petal across looking for that shot, unable to hit the inside corner. Back up to Forwell. Forwell with a big shot, big save by Horn. Defense, Barrero picks up the ball, putting some pressure on him, but able to keep it up, keep it cleared. Got a break here, 2-on-1. Are they going to push it? Barrero does. He's wide. Ball all the way back down the other end as the Bandits are going to get themselves ready to set it up. Going to get the full change in this time. Barrero with an opportunity, but unable to finish off the post. Looking it around, down low on the right side. Pick coming over top, back to McCullough. McCullough's waiting for the fifth man to join the group. That's Fry. Back to McCullough. Fry setting the pick, McCullough over the top, trying to pass it into Fry. Wasn't quite there yet. Back to McIsaac. Hurricanes are going to try to press. Dartmouth coming right up real quick. Seeing that they were changing it, had no other way but to beat him. Fry staying at the line, trying to hold the 10 seconds. McCowan can't find it. Able to pick it up quickly. Bandits all over him. Bungay, good pressure. Calling the back over, stripped there by Bungay on McCowan. McCowan caused the ball to go back over, upset about that, felt that Bungay hit it, but referees didn't see it that way, and so the ball's going to go back to the Bandits. Petrie with the ball, going to get back to his strong side. Doing the fake pass with McCullough, but Petrie still has it. I know it didn't work this time, but it might work later in the game, you never know. And Halifax picks that up, looking for the break. Unable to connect with the man up top. Big battle in the corner. Ball coming back in front, but the Bandits are up to the task. Things are starting to get a little chippy here. That's Dartmouth number 19, Brewface. Oh, sorry. 19 is Beach. My apologies. Looking it down the right side. Back up to Fry. Fry trying to work it down low. McCullough coming behind him for the pick. Right over top, looking for that inside roll. Right to McCullough. Big save by McIsaac there. Beautiful pick and roll between Fry and McCullough. And Mateo was up to the task on that one. Hurricanes are going to clear that. It's number 8, Chase Williams. Passing it across to McCowan. Waiting for his offense to reset. Beating Bungay on the inside. Trying to make a move on Keegan, but up to the task. Out of bounds. No touch of the goalie. It's going to go back to the Bandits. Ball's going to be brought up. Fry's here on the open side, able to make the catch. Slowly bringing it in as the offense comes on the floor. Back down low behind the net. Back up to Fry. Boy, doesn't even see it. Oh! I thought Mateo at the last second would make it over, but didn't. Pass behind the net, passed it back out to Fry. And Mateo did not realize that they had passed it back out, thought it was going the other way. And an easy goal there for number 21, Isaac Fry. Back from behind the net, right at the Fry. As you see, Mateo doesn't see it till the last second, and Fry squeezes it between his arm and his body. Beautiful goal for Isaac Fry there. I believe that's his first as a Bandit this season and only his second game. Big moment for the Bandits as they take a 3-goal lead here in this defensive battle with just under a minute to go, 59 seconds left. That's a big turning point goal for the Bandits. Hoping to finish this one off. Got some movement early. They're calling Bungay on that for the Bandits. They're going to go to the Hurricanes at the last minute to try to see if they can get a little closer before they go into the room. Number 28, Forwell. Passed across to Eisner. Down low to Petal. Petal trying to get over the top. Defense up to the task. Petal can't find any move. Nobody's open. Passing across. That's Forwell. Forwell with a big outside shot with 4 seconds. Nothing there. Going to go all the way back down to be an over and back. 30-second as well. Going to give the Bandits one more time. And Coach Draper calls a timeout with 27 seconds to go. Drawing up the last play of the second period. For those who don't know, in the ECJLL, you have 2 timeouts. You can only use 1 per period. So if you don't use it by the second period, it means you pretty much wasted a timeout. And so you're taking it with the last possession here. Gives him the opportunity to draw something up, and he still will have 1 more in the next period. So he'll still have 1 left. The Hurricanes do have 2. I know I said it was wasted, but not completely. If the game does go to overtime, you still have a timeout. You'll be able to use it there. So it does give you that 1 opportunity. It was a little bit early for the Hurricanes to call it, but a lot of teams will call it on that last possession. Make sure they can get the right guys on the floor, set up what they want. We'll see if the Bandits decide to pull the goalie or not. I would assume they'll probably go 5-on-5. Not taking any risk with the 5-2 lead. As we see Horn start to head back towards the bench. Looks like there's 5 of them out there. I'm seeing Fry. Looks like Cox, Petrie, McCullough. Nope, sorry, they did pull Fry, so we're going to go 6-on-5. We're going to work this down for 1 shot with 30 seconds left. So we've got Firth out there, Fry, McCullough. Fluitt's out there, Cox is out there, and I think Petrie is the other one. Far corner, can't tell. But obviously going to work it down for the last shot. Probably won't do any movement until about 10 seconds. With no goalie, got to make sure you got that right opportunity. So 6-on-5 here. Bandits an opportunity to extend the lead to 4. Ball staying down low with Petrie. Back up top. Cox. 11 seconds left in the period. Back down to Petrie. Fired it across to Fry. A little juggling of the ball. Coming over the top with Firth. McCullough with a pick as well. Outside shot. Wide of the net. 1 second left. Ball's going to bounce all the way back down. And that will be the end of the second. A period that was dominated by the Bandits. Coming into it up with a 1-0 lead and coming out of the second up 5-2. Coach Draper is going to be happy with that performance that we saw there. I want to thank everybody for this period, a great period of action, a lot more goals in this one. Excited to see that. This is the ECJLL Game of the Week, brought to you by Sportwheels, where all your lacrosse and sporting needs in Lower Sackville are available. We'll have a player interview coming up in a few minutes, but enjoy the break. One, you got to do both. All right, I'm here with Alex Bungay. First of all, 9th in the league in points. How does that feel before you go coming into tonight's game?
It's definitely a nice feeling. I mean, I can put that all to my teammates. I mean, I wouldn't have those points without those boys. They definitely keep me in it for sure.
It's one of the reasons you're wearing one of the A's for the Bandits this year. So, little slow start in the game tonight. Only got one in the first, but this period opened it up. What was the difference in the feeling in this period?
Yeah, I mean, after that first period, keeping them scoreless and defense playing solid, the O kind of piggybacked off that, and they were firing. I mean, it's quantity over quality. They're definitely out shooting us, but they're shooting it from everywhere, and I find our offense is just taking quality shots, and that's what's making the difference.
Hey, in the end, you can take as many shots as you want. It's the one on the scoreboard that matters for the final score in terms of that. So this is your 5th year. What does this feel like being your last year with the Bandits, and where are you? I know the run is the championship. Are you guys getting in that mode, feeling it? You got yourself, McCullough, Horn in your last year. Big 3 coming through on that?
Yeah, it's definitely a surreal feeling. I mean, I feel like just yesterday I was starting her off from scratch here, and blink of an eye I'm finishing her off. But yeah, we're definitely in that mode of pushing for the championship. I mean, we had a rough one there last week, or on Tuesday even, and we're just trying to get back into our flow here, and I feel like tonight we're definitely feeling it, and we're kind of staying the course.
Yeah, definitely starting to see the flow as you guys are coming together. Did I see the announcement that you're going to the Founders this year with the Junior Privateers?
Yes, I am. I'm really excited. We should have a pretty solid team. We had quite a bit of numbers at a few of our tryouts there. Unfortunately, at the last one, it wasn't fully announced, so we didn't have a ton. But I'm feeling really confident and excited for the opportunity to go in.
Hey, I know the boys are all excited to be going. It's still the middle of the year, so they're focused on that too, but the excitement and congratulations on that. That's awesome. So I asked first this. So what is Coach Draper like in the room? Is he from the NLL and a super intense guy? Is he calm? I've seen him in practice. He's pretty intense. We're just wondering what it's like in the room.
He's definitely an intense coach. He'll give you a kick in the behind if you need one, but he's usually pretty good at kind of balancing it both ways. He'll be intense when he needs it, but he really lets you hear it when it's going good and when it's going bad, and he definitely has a good balance.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to wish you luck the rest of the way. I know the team's starting to come out. Thanks for all the time and everything you've done for the league. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you very much.
speed. Just had a great conversation with Chris Bungay, fifth-year player for the Dartmouth Bandits, leading the way with one of those A's on his jersey for this team. One of the big fifth years with McCullough, Bungay, and Horn, really looking for that run, and I think they're starting to find their flow, as he mentioned during the conversation. Big third period here. Shots are 35-29 for the Hurricanes. Taking a lot of shots, unable to beat Horn, but sometimes you can wear them down. So the Hurricanes are going to look to come out strong in this third period. I'd say the two best face-off people in the league here, Bungay versus McCowan, ready to kick off this third period in the last 20 minutes. Ball comes out to the Bandits. 21 Fry taking it down low. Take that opportunity to drive to the net, turn it around, waiting for some help. Good pressure by the Hurricanes, doubling that ball. Back in the crease. Hurricanes able to weather that storm. Fry for playing one day, it still has lots of energy in the third period. Great to see. Bandits, Halifax player touching Horn stick in the crease, wanting a call there. Just a little touch, so the officials weren't going to give that one. 27 Barrero clearing the ball. Waiting for some help. Passing across to Cluett. Cluett looking for McCullough to come out the side. Back down to Cox. Cox making a break from the outside. Oh, tried to go outside, inside on Mateo, but he was up to the task. Big save by Mateo there, keeping it at a 3-goal lead. Halifax is number 25, Van Houston with the ball. Passing it across to Petal. Petal trying to make that move on the outside, inside, looking for the shot. Able to get it off. Big save by Horn, and Firth up to able to task. Be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it to the floor. Almost lost it there. Good poke by Eisner, but Firth able to keep it. Firth looking for McCullough to start the offense. Most things run through him. Petrie with the ball, coming across the top. Passing it back down to Cox. Cox is a big shot. Isaac can't find it, but it's there in the crease. Defense picks it up, makes it clear. All the way up to number 80, that's Rathwell. Rathwell waits for his offense. It's Forthwell with the ball. Taking his time, waiting for everybody to set up. Thomas Deegan waiting for the ball. Deegan at the top. Looking for that space. Can't seem to find anyone. Back to McCowan. McCowan with an outside shot. Shot clock's running low. Loose ball on the ground. Bandits able to pick it up and not give that second chance opportunity. Passing it up to number 17. Going to turn as the defense was set there. That was Crooks. Getting the opportunity, waiting for the offense to come back on. Cluett with the ball. Wait for his offense to set up. Across to McCullough. Kick coming up from low. McCullough looking for that shot. Big outside shot, just wide on the outside. Able to keep it in by Petrie. Good save there, so there's no back over. 5 seconds, fires the ball high. McCullough's going to take a big rip from the outside. It's wide. And you have 30 seconds and back to the Hurricanes. A couple of shots not able to hit the net, making it tough. Number 19 refused with the ball. Passing across to Holloway. Holloway looking for the pick coming across. Back across to Gallant. Gallant to Cowan. Cowan with a shot that's tipped by the defender. Loose ball in the corner, having a good battle. Still stuck against the ball. 5 guys in there. Bandits pick it up. Oh, unable to pick it up there. Fry had a chance, unable to grab it, but he gets a second chance. Picks it up, and he's going. He's going all the way. Going through 3 defenders. Fry cutting across the front. Good defensive play by the defender there. I think that was Cowan. Able to knock him off just as he was taking that shot. A great run by Fry through 3 of the Hurricanes guys. And a veteran play there by McCowan. Back up at the top, number 14, Linwood. And get across. Back to Deegan. Deegan outside to 28. That's Forwell. Loose ball, big battle in the corner here. Still loose duels, no one's got it. Bandits able to grab the handle on that one. We're waiting for the offensive help. Hurricanes putting some pressure on now, needing to get that ball back. Ooh, that was a close to over and back. Maurice was standing right in that line to make sure he didn't touch it. Petrie with the ball. Taking it down low, up the top. Firth moving back and forth, taking that outside shot. McIsaac with a big save. Isaac's made some really big saves in this third early just to keep them in the game, which is important. Pass up to Van Houston, who's unable to capitalize. Ball's down the corner. Number 10's picked it up, trying to bring it up. Picked by Keegan Horn there. Passing across to Barrero. Barrero down to Cluett. Cluett down to Petrie, I believe. Owen Cox with 2 spin moves. A chance inside, but unable to finish. I think that surprised the Hurricanes defenders. Passing the ball out to the side. Eisner with it for the Hurricanes. Back up to the top. That's Gallant. Gallant to Eisner, picks it up in front for the big outside shot. Horn up to the task on that one. And Beach with the ball heading down the floor. 3 Hurricanes on him, trying to pressure him, knowing he's alone. Able to force the turnover, but no, step back in the crease. Grab the ball and step back in the crease, so it's going to go back to the Bandits. Beach doing his job to make that clear. Great opportunity there. Back to Petrie. Petrie waiting for the offense to set up. Back to Cluett. Back out to McCullough. McCullough seeing him coming through. Unable to connect. Petrie with the loose ball. Back outside to Cox. Cox with the big shot. McIsaac up to the save again. Pass outside. A little behind Eisner. Able to grab it though. We're down to 15 minutes left in this one. Eisner waiting for the offense to set up. Passing down low in the crease. Holloway's been through the crease first. Throwing it down by the official there. Fry passing it up. Number 13. That's Firth as well, Ryland. Back down to Cox. Cox with that big spin move. Sorry, that's Petrie with the big spin move. Stepped in the crease, passing it all the way up. Halifax number 8. Chase Williams. Good clear, waiting for help. That's him back out to the top. McCowan. McCowan gets chipped, but gets the opportunity to reset. Still 15 seconds on shot clock. McCowan trying to find that face dodge opportunity there. Passing inside to Van Hesten, not available. And Barrero with the loose ball. Barrero will probably try to take this himself. Working through his way through the defenders. Getting the ball over center. Making sure he's finding space. You see, goes up to one side and breaks to the other. Just looking for that open space. Bungay with the ball. Coming over the top. McCullough. McCullough having the opportunity to go to the short side. Not quite there. Great job by the defender. Outside to Cox. Big shot. McIsaac way out in the crease. Great save on that. Oh, sorry, that did not hit McIsaac. No reset on that. It's going to be a 30 seconds. It's going to be Halifax's ball. McCowan coming out to get the ball. Working across to Holloway. Back to McCowan. Doing a little inside, outside. Outside shot. Big save. Inside to Holloway. Another save by Horn. Ball's loose. Back over the top to Petal. Petal was looking for that guy creeping on the short side. Cowan with a shot. Horn with a big save. Back down on the crease, working his way in. Shot right on the goal line, but Horn turns around. That got by him, rolling on the goal line. Turned around with the stick and made a huge save. You can see the official was right there to make sure it didn't cross the line. Great understanding by Horn to where the ball is and feeling it out. Excellent job. As the pressure comes from the Halifax, they're going to get the ball back with under 12:30 to go. Halifax starting to put some pressure on, realizing they're limiting their offensive chances, wanting to make sure they can get as many as they can in the rest of this game. Across to 14, Linwood with an outside shot, it's wide. McCowan saves it before it goes over the line. Pushed back by number 13. Good pressure there. That's Ryland Firth. Pushing McCowan back over the line, causing the back over. Excellent job by the Bandits defense there, recognizing the situation. McCullough with the ball to Cluett. Cluett back to McCullough. Picks it on the inside by Fry. Fry going right in. Unable to connect, pushed at the end. Give him a little shot as he coming back for that. Both of them have a few words with each other. Halifax bringing it up. Number 8, Chase Williams. Waiting for his offense to set up. Back to Gallant. Gallant down to the single side. You got Petal all by himself. Outside shot. Horn with a big save. Ball's loose in the corner. Halifax able to retain. Second chance opportunity here. Big outside shot. Horn with another big save. Loose ball in the corner. Hurricanes going to come up with it. Gallant with another loose ball. Third chance opportunities. These additional opportunities are important. If the Bandits knock it down, Bungate's going to get an opportunity to clear it. Right at the side, Gallant putting the pressure on him. Able to force the stick out of his hands. Loose ball, they'll get a reset. They're going to try to clear now. An opportunity to bring the offense out. Defenders have been cut out a long time, so great opportunity for Halifax to take advantage if they're able to make a change. Back to the top. Back to Petal. Petal trying to use the outside, trying to spin back in, not there. Ball's bouncing around on the inside of the fence. Guerrero with it. Guerrero's got two defenders, turns back. Push on the back, no call on that one. Back to McCullough. I think that was a good no call. Starting to head away from him, just putting a little push on him. Nothing that will be called on that one. Fluid on the top, no one's coming up to him. He's going to take the shot. Gets it right on the pad, nice save by McIsaac. McCullough with the loose ball. Going to reset this. Dartmouth's going to use as much time as possible as we're below 10 minutes. The next stoppage will be immediate timeout. McCullough with the ball. Oh, Cox with the second one. They've tried that twice tonight. First time connected. Second time just couldn't finish, but great opportunity there. Hurricanes with the break. 2-on-1. Outside shot. Horn with a big save, sliding out. Back to the bench so they can grab it. Bouncing around in the stick. Putting the pressure on him. McCowan with it. McCowan. Big turnover there. Dartmouth number 10, Carter McNeil. Unfortunately had a turnover in front with the pressure. McCowan picks up the loose ball. Fakes to the outside, goes to the inside, and Horn wasn't able to grab it before he got there, making it a 5-3 game. Massive turnover. I know Coach Draper will talk about protection of the ball and cherishing it and make sure you have it at all times. But Halifax needing to add some pressure, being down by 3, forcing the turnover and making it 5-3. Big goal by McCowan on that one. It'll be unassisted as the turnover caused the goal from there. So we're in our immediate timeout. Shots are 47-35 for Halifax. 5-3 down by good. See if that goal is a momentum changer. I know Dartmouth is going to talk about holding the ball on this one, and the Hurricanes are going to talk about pressing. Get up there, get up the floor, cause some turnovers, do what we just did, and we'll get ourselves right back in this game. An exciting one here, defensive battle, which is not a surprise with the Bandits. We've been a defensive team for many years, always focused on defense first, especially with Coach Draper as a defensive person. Halifax has been finding their way on the offense. Some big outside shots, which comes obviously from Coach Gogan, who's always been an offensive-minded player. You'll see a lot of interesting shifts. He has a very creative mind on the offensive side, and the team's been finding some great opportunities. So great goaltending battle with McIsaac and Horn, both up to the task tonight. Loose ball in the corner. Bandits are able to pick it up. 9:15 to go in the game. 5-3 for the Bandits. Loose ball trying to get it out. Running out of time, moving it over the line. Number 17, Chase Crooks. Unfortunately turns it over back to the Hurricanes. I think you're going to see the Hurricanes press the rest of the way down by 2. You need to make sure they get as many opportunities on the offensive side as they can. Halifax's Eisner has the ball. Passing across to Cowan. Double pick on him, outside shot that almost fooled Horn. Picked it up outside, calling back in. And definitely here the defense did not agree with that call. I think it was the right call by official McNeil. Back up to Eisner. Eisner and Petal looking at a 2-man game, passing it across. That's Gallant with the big shot. Horn up the save, falling backwards, not quite sure where it is. Defense grabs it for him. Working up the side to Guerrero. Guerrero making the clear. Turning back and waiting for his offense. Passing it down to the Petrie. Petrie with a big spin move, going to try to take the baseline. Not quite there. Defense up to the task. It's number 7, Jackson Castle, a former Bandit. Fluid outside to the outside to Fry. Fry with a big shot. McIsaac with another big save. This is Rathwell bringing it up the floor. He's been excellent on loose balls and clearing. Grabs that and just heads right up the floor. McCowan Slow down until the offense gets out there. Guerrero's matched up on McCowan. They're not going to give him any opportunities the rest of the night. Petto with a big outside shot. Couldn't quite get it through. First right in front of him. It's going to be back over. Sorry, bounced out of bounds. Right at the back over line. Going back to the Bandits. Petrie with the ball. Looking for the open man, nothing available yet. Slate man coming in. That's Firth. Oh, and a big grab, easy call on that one. Firth looked at the official, that was a no question call. Cluett's gonna try to grab it. Fortunately gonna go back over. Calling the wrap, hold, grabbing his stick, whatever you want to call. It's definitely 2 minutes on that one. Looks like number 44 for Halifax, Blair Buckley, gets the holding. Firth had gotten by him on the play and had to grab him to make sure he didn't go anywhere. Got his stick up around him and brought him down. Any one of those plays, when you can't see what's going on, you always look at the official. And Firth immediately looked at the official, had the call right away. No question on that one. The Bandits are going to go back to the power play up 5-3 with 7 minutes to go. Trying to make that lead back to 3 again. This is going to be a big kill for the Hurricanes. McCullough back to Bungay for the one-timer. Nobody better in the league on that one-timer. Standing a little bit ways back. McCullough hits him on the crease and buries it behind McIsaac, who wasn't quite ready for it. Here we go on the replay. You see McCullough top, passes to Cluett. Cluett back. The defender looks down, moves in towards to block the shot. You cannot leave Bungay open like that. Makes the catch and buries it right in the top corner. There's one guy you cannot leave open no matter where he's standing. He does a great job of drawing people out and able to bury that, which gives the Bandits a 6-3 lead. Another 3-goal lead, which they're hoping to retain again. Hurricanes are going to have to get moving with just under 7 minutes to go. 6:50 left to go in this game. Hurricanes winning the draw, bringing it down. All right, passed all the way across to Eisner. Eisner looking open man to McCowan. McCowan's got Barrero on him. Nice pick. McCowan go underneath. Bungay right in the middle. Eisner with an opportunity off the board. Shot on Horn with the shot clock winding down. Easy save for him. Ben's pick it up for the clear. That's in the cross, but that was missed. Cox coming off the bench, unable to grab that. Back to the Hurricanes, get another opportunity. That was Castle passing up to Eisner. Back to McCowan. McCowan looking for that dodge on the outside, rolling back to the inside. Big shot. Unable to get on net. Bounces in front of the goalie, over and out of bounds. McCowan's move, trying to go to the outside, roll to the inside, trying to find that open shot for his hands. But unable to connect as much tonight. Fry to McCullough. Out to Cluett. Oh, got pushed on the back, but bounced right into McCullough, was unable to grab it. Hurricanes come right in with a big goal from Will Armstrong with 5:26 to go, down by 3. There's a push on the back from the defender, which McCullough bobbled the ball, went right to Will. Will Armstrong had the opportunity, breaking right down the floor. Dartmouth chased him, but not able to catch up to him. Just takes that outside shot. I got to say to kids, a lot of people when you're watching at the younger ages, they come right in on the goalie on the crease. A lot less room to work. Will, as a defender, took that shot just 1 or 2 steps inside the dotted line as Keegan is stepping back, which makes it hard to move either way, and buried it right in the back of the net. That is a beautiful goal by Will Armstrong, getting the Hurricanes right back in this one after getting scored on. Another face-off win for the Hurricanes coming down low. 13, Will Armstrong again. Passing it back out the top to Van Hessen. Big shot wide of the net. Oh, a little skirmish in front. 2 of them decided to go. That's it. Number 10 from the Bandits, Gardner McNeil, and number 25, Cole Hessen. Both sides finally get their helmets off. Cole in his second game back, having a scrap. Gardner McNeil throwing some big ones. As well as Cole, both of them connecting. Good scrap here. Carter with a big shot underneath with the jersey over top of him. Both of them separate, go to their bench. both leaving the game. McNeil getting his team fired up over that one. Cole trying to make something happen. There's some skirmish in front of the net. I think Cole gave him a shot, didn't like what was happening. Carter got it back, and they both decided to have a little chat. Said, do you want to go? And they both did. Both got some good shots in there. Solid fight within the game. Trying to change that momentum, especially being down 6-4. You want to make sure. Fans all giving Carter McNeil high fives as he's leaving the game. They'll both get 5. My guess is they're both going to get 5 for fighting in a game misconduct. Got to say, because it's within the last 10 minutes, both will actually get a game suspension for the next game, assuming that's what the 2 calls are. But we'll see if there's an initial penalty on it. 2 officials are discussing at the box. Obviously, official McNeil is having an explanation to both sides. I think they're both just calling 5 for fighting. Very short conversation, which usually means 5 for fighting. Coach Gogan is not happy at all. John Gogan, you can clearly see he's grabbing his face, saying there was a face mask by the other side. That should be 5 minutes. He wants that 5 minutes called, but it is not going to happen. So both got 5 for fighting on game misconduct. Nobody serves this. We're still going to play 5-on-5. John Gogan, head coach of the Halifax Hurricanes, was clearly not happy with that. Felt Carter McNeil grabbed his face mask, which would be an additional 5 if it was in a 5-minute power play. Big call if that was missed, but we're back at it. 5-on, back over the top. Forwell with another big shot. Barrero unable to grab the loose ball. Forwell with the rebound with the loose ball. Barrero right on him. I think he's a little upset about that because that got him in the head. McCowan picking up the loose ball. No quit in this one. Opportunity just wide. Bungay's going to pick it up to be able to clear it. Bungay playing a lot on the defensive side tonight. Obviously get a matchup with a few of the defenders. Playing a very physical game. Knew it was going to be a big battle. Cluett having the ball. 4:30 to go. 6-4 for the Bandits. Going to try to use every 30-second clock they can to limit the opportunities for the Hurricanes. McCullough coming right down. Everybody went away from him. But McIsaac with a huge save there. Under 4:30 to go. McCullough walking in, the captain. And McIsaac made a huge save to keep this one within 2. Even though it's 6-4, McIsaac has had an excellent game tonight. Made some big saves when needed, keeping the Hurricanes in this game. Eisner passing it across to Gallant. Gallant trying to find an opening. Defense up to the task. McCowan pass back out. Wide on the shot. Back to Linwell. Is wide too. Dartmouth definitely felt that was late. Official McNeil is saying that, apologize about that, coach, he's usually coaching. Official McNeil said no, the timing of that shot was just as the buzzer was going. I would agree with it. You're not going to get a cheap call with under 4 minutes to go in a 2-goal game. Barrero tried to clear it, able to get it over to Petrie. Down low to Cox. Cox passing across to Firth and then going Firth, ducking under each of the sticks. Back down in the corner, passing to Petrie on his wrong side, unable to make that connect. Loose ball coming back out, and Cox picks it up back to Petrie, and he's able to bury it right on the crease. Halifax's defense took a little break there on the loose ball. Owen Cox walked right in and grabbed it, passed it down to Petrie on the crease. So off-angled shot here. McIsaac up the task. You can see the loose ball bouncing. No one goes and gets it. Cox grabs it, sees Petrie coming back out from below, down low, over the shoulder on the inside on his wrong side of the floor, and a beautiful goal for Petrie to make that 3-goal lead. That is a huge goal with 3:16 to go, and that's Petrie's at least second of the night, might even be his third. Excellent goal there. Noah has been on fire tonight, making sure his team is not in, making sure they get the W as the playoffs are on the line as they get closer to the end of the season. Face-off won by the Bandits. We are now under 3 minutes to go in this one. What a great ECJLL game of the week. Brought to you by the Sackville Sportswheels, where you can get your lacrosse and other sporting needs in Lower Sackville. A penalty coming to the Halifax Hurricanes. They're obviously clearly trying to draw another one, but Bandits are not having any part of that. As you can see, they cleared the ball right by the Dartmouth bench. He came right off the bench and hit him down low on the back. They were not taking any of that. I'm not sure they have the same call. I think they do. Yep. 2 minutes for the cross check. No question on that one. Right off the bench. I'd even say it was low and on the back, so double bonus on that one. You're going to get 2 minutes. with 2:53 to go. The Bandits are on a 2-minute power play, up 7-4, 3 goals up. Interesting to see how they'll play this. I think they're going to want to use the whole 30-second clock to use as much time as possible, take that shot near the end and make sure their own end's protected and no fast breaks the other way. But if they get an open chance to bury it, there's no question they're going to do that. McCullough, back to Petrie. McCullough to Fry. McCullough down to Bungay. Cross in the middle to Fry. Fry with an opportunity. McIsaac with a huge save. Back out to Bungay. They get a reset. Back to Petrie. McCullough. Fry. Fry behind the back. Back up to Fry. McCullough. McCullough looking for something. Back to Fry. Back to Firth. To Fry. McCullough. McCullough trying to find an opening. Fry. You can see the defender coming towards him. Firth taking an odd angle shot, but able to McIsaac up to the save. Shot clock was wide and low. Oh, great pressure there by Firth. Trying to create the turnover. Ball still bouncing. Dartmouth's going to be pressuring all over to get this one. Oh, we've got a call here. Number 14, Chris Bungay. Chris Bungay is getting a high stick. I missed that along the way, but obviously within the pressure, got one of the Hurricanes on a high stick. It's a great opportunity for the Hurricanes as they're now 4-on-4. Another 1:05. Back to 4-on-4, which is going to help give the opportunity to score goals as they're 3 down. 1:56 to go in this one. Shots are 52-42 for the Hurricanes. Goalie Keegan Horn has been up to the task tonight and played an excellent game. Peddle with the ball, working on the inside. Nice move coming across the front and stepped on the crease, but Horn was in position already. Great opportunity there for the Hurricanes to make the lead smaller, but able to pull it off. Barrero clearing the ball. We're still 4-on-4. Passing it off to Petrie. Across to Firth. Bandits in no hurry as they're trying to use the whole 30-second clock here. Firth trying to move past the defender. Ball pops out. Hurricanes unable to pick it up right now. Kravitz gets the reset. Up to Rathwell. Rathwell and McCowan. 1:05 to go, 3-goal lead. 10 seconds left in the Hurricanes power in the penalty, and they'll be on the power play. McCowan trying to go to the net, outside shot. Horn up to the task. Nope, wide of the net. We go back to the Bandits with 53 seconds to go. Hurricanes go to the power play. Barrero's going to try to clear that. A lot of moaning from the fans, but I think that was a pretty legal hit. McCullough with the ball. They're just going to use the whole 30 here with 3-goal lead. There's no possessions. There's only 1 possession left if they can hold it. Back to Petrie. They're down a man, so dragging the ball. Fry with the ball. Fry with an outside shot. McIsaac with a big save. Loose ball in the corner. Hurricanes pick it up. 25 seconds to go here. Passing it up to Chase Williams. Chase with a big shot. Keegan with a save right under the arm. 17 seconds to go. Just got to get it over center, and that'll run this one out. This is a big win for the Bandits. 7-4 tonight against the Hurricanes. It's going to give the Bandits 6 wins, moving up to 12 points. Bandits turning away just to make sure they end that. Firth had an opportunity, but not taking a chance on that one. And as the buzzer goes, the Bandits take this one 7-4. You can see the team celebrating. That'll give the Bandits their 6th win of the season, moving up to 12 points and in 3rd place. And the Hurricanes lose another one and stay at 6 points, 5th place within the league. 5 games to go, and obviously you have to get a few wins along the way to be able to get into that playoff run. Excellent game by both goalies. Keegan Horn stood on his head. Noah Petrie had an amazing game on the offensive side. Both defenses were standing up to the task. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on the ECJLL Game of the Week. I'm Brendan Smithson. Hopefully I did a good as job as some of the others that were here on my first time doing this for this year. I'm sure you'll have someone else back next time we're around. Thank you for joining in, and thank you to our sponsor, Sportwheels, for all your lacrosse and sporting needs. Sportwheels in Lower Sackville. Thank you, everybody, and have a great night.